Yes, hello. We're live with Coach Mikko from the Helsinki Roosters. He's the head coach of the U19 team there, and he's also the offensive coordinator of the men's national team. Coach Mikko, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm not the national team offensive coordinator. I'm the Helsinki Roosters offensive coordinator.
Yes, sorry. The Helsinki Roosters,
Yeah.
the A division team. Yeah. So, Coach, let's jump right into it, man. You guys at Helsinki, you're the men's team. They're kind of a dynasty, and I'm not sure if people know, but the youth team is a dynasty as well. How did you guys? Let's talk about your season last year. How did it go?
We won our championships. We didn't lose any games this year. We had a pretty strong team, and we knew it in the winter that if everything goes right, we're gonna be good and practice hard. And they pulled it this year. Like we had a lot of fun playing together. This is a very tight group, and they love playing with each other.
Hmm. Also, you not only the U19 has won the championship, but you also had the U17 that won the championship as well. Can you tell us a little bit about your U17 season?
Yeah, well, we won the championship last year. This year we're still playing. Let's see how that goes. But uh, we have pretty much the same core of players with both teams. We've been together for a couple of years now, so it's like once they graduate from U17s, the success goes to the next level,
Hmm.
and it's all about like we have the same group of guys who have been playing together for a long time, so it really helps.
Hmm. And would you say that's a key success to your men's organization is having and focusing on those youth guys because we see all these teams, they have a very successful men's team, but sometimes they struggle in the youth program. Can you give us a little insight about that?
Yeah, it's like really important you have your own guys, like the foundation of the team. If you have to build up every year with more and more imports or I seen from the other clubs, it's really hard to be successful like continuously. But when you have the core of your team being your own juniors, like it's the most important thing.
Mhm. And how young do you start your guys out there? What is the youngest age group of football players that you have?
With the youngest age group is under 11 years old, and I think the youngest players are like 8 or 7 or something like that. So,
Mhm.
and we have a lot of guys in our men's team who have started like when they were 11, and they had played together for like now 10 years.
Mhm.
So
Awesome, awesome. Um, you guys have a gifted guy. He used to play for you, and now he's playing at the University of Colorado, my alma mater. He's a Buffalo, so go Buffs. Chrisman Lumba. Do you see the guys back in Helsinki now, or all over Finland? Do you see them kind of looking up to him? And can you talk about how him being there, playing Division 1 football, has been an inspiration to other guys in the growth and development of football in Finland?
of course it helps when the guys see that somebody else has done it, so it is possible for the guy from Europe to go to play in a top college level in the USA. Uh, we have a lot of guys like we have now Bill to Eastern Michigan University, getting the first like Division 1 scholarship over there. So those kinds of guys, they really like for the younger guys, especially who are dreaming about it. Not maybe if you're over 20, it might be they much, but like from 15 to up, they see that guys are going there from Finland, and like Chris, he didn't play from the early age. Like he started a little bit later, and he found the sport
Mhm.
that way. So it's really helpful for those guys.
Hmm. Nice. And with you being the offensive coordinator of the men's team and also the head coach of the youth team, what's that pressure like? Having to go from the men's team winning the championship and having to go to U19 and try to do the same thing. How does that feel?
Yeah, it's tough. Jarmo Lahti, he keeps posting about that. Hey, the club has won 35 games out of 40. So you like especially when nobody had lost, the pressure was on that you didn't want to get the first loss on your regular. For our kids, it was the men's team who got the first loss this year. So we took the
Uh-huh.
pressure off for everybody else.
That's a nice way to compete within the coaching staff,
Yeah.
huh? Okay. Also, I hear sometimes, the coaches and players, they have a little fear of letting their young guys play with the men's. I know you guys have a special defensive end over there and some other guys who are 16, 17 years old, and they're starting for your men's team. Can you tell us about the experience those guys gain from playing an age group up?
Especially for those guys who are physically more gifted than the younger guys, it really doesn't help them if they just like beat inferior players over there. Like most of them forget technique with speed or power, but when you put them up with the more advanced players, they really have to focus on what they can do, that they just can't speed rush as a defensive end. You have to fight through run plays and stuff like that. And then when they go to their own age with like national team stuff, it really helps from there. But it's like, even though if we play a lot of our young guys, but you gotta be good too. Like, we don't just want to play you because of you're young. You gotta playing that way.
Nice. So you guys have some monsters up there. So we're gonna end it. Can you tell us about some of the special players that you guys have coming up that are going to try and take their talents to the United States?
Yeah, you mentioned the defensive end. His name is Edward Westerin, and he's 16. He's turning 17, and he's been the starter for our men's team on the defensive line. He's really a guy everybody needs to focus on. We have Lempinen. He's a starter also for us. He's turning 18, I think, in October. He's really, really long, very good techniques. Like he's basically the perfect cornerback. He has long hands. He's not afraid to press. Like he's just gonna come up to your face and play the whole game that way. We have a running back, Karri Pajarinen. He actually finished 4th with the men's league rushing. There was only like 3 American running backs in front of him. He was averaging almost 70 yards per carry. States in high school, so he has some experience already in there.
Yeah. Cool, nice. So, Coach, we'll end it there, but I think a key message with all these guys, these other teams need to realize is you got to develop your domestic talent first and then expand.
Yeah, for long term, you can have a good team for a couple of years if you just bring talent from outside, but the main core of your team needs to come within, and it's more cheaper that way. It's easier for the fans to root for your club when you have your own guys in there. And we really were, when I took over a couple of years ago with the youth teams, we just started working on individual stuff and physical stuff. Like we don't do any scout during the only time we did scout work was when we played the final. Other than that, drills and build up the guys' physical tools, because if you don't know how to play football, it doesn't matter what you're supposed to do on the field. Like you can always learn the X's and O stuff when you're with the men's teams, but you have to learn the basic stuff and fundamentals when you're young.
Cool. Coach, I appreciate you taking the time to talk to us and keep up the great work there in Helsinki. And we're sure to see some of your guys on TV, and we'll be looking for Chris.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right. See you later.